Smart grid is a controllable platform which has a number of assets linked up to it, which we can control and help respond to power needs as and when the grid needs them. We call it a smart grid. It's smart because it is flexible, but it is, in other words, a virtual power plant, because we can turn up power when we need to and we can turn down power when we don't need it. It's constituted by anything that's got flexibility. So a battery is typically a very fast responding asset with flexibility, or industrial demand can be very flexible. It might not be so fast in its response times, but you can ask customers to turn down at expensive times of day and to turn up at cheaper times of day if their production's flexible enough. You might think, for example, of an electric bus charging. At the end of the day, it comes in, they plug it in, they want to charge it, but that end of the day might be a pretty expensive time to charge it up. So using our smart grid, we might delay that charging till the small hours of the morning when it'll be cheaper to charge. And that's what a smart grid does really, is it moves demand and generation around to better meet the peaks and troughs of the electricity day. Now you might ask yourself, what are the peaks and troughs of an electricity day? Well, the fact is our electricity day is split into 48 half hours, and they have very different values, those half hours, depending on how much demand there is on the grid and how much generation there is at any time. So typically on a summer's day, when there's a lot of sun out, maybe a bit of wind blowing and people aren't really using much power, power can be really cheap. And at 8 o'clock on a winter's day, power can be really expensive when there's a lot of demand and every power plant in the country is going, including a lot of the fossil fuel plants. And that's really, as we know from gas prices, where a lot of the expensive power comes from. So the more we can smooth power generation using a virtual power plant, the better it is for everybody's pockets, as well as for the carbon footprint of our grid.